Well, good evening. It's Robert A. Wilson, My Cowboy Wisdom. I'm a hypnotherapist, NLP practitioner, timeline coach, and a published author of I Am Wisdom. How did I teach myself fear? I am my visionary. I am. Fear is my friend. Holiday Wisdom, and many more books available at amazon.com/author/Robert A. Wilson. And also my books are available at howdidateachmyselffear.com. But tonight, I want to talk about something I just really opened up and expanded into. How my beliefs, opinions, and viewpoints are limitations. They also create my anger and frustration in life. They also have a lot to do with dislike, envy, jealousy, and even up to hate, because people get angry when people have a different opinion or viewpoint or anything to anybody. But tonight, I really want to ask this question. How can you expand and hear new when you're thinking about your opinions and you're stuck in your viewpoints and belief system? How can you have new stuff happen when your beliefs are thieving you because you have to be right and be stuck in it? But what happens when you're willing to let go of all that? Something I really opened up to, and I did my radio show last night on this. Viewpoints and beliefs and opinions stem from our ancestors and stem from our past. And that really blocks us from listening and hearing the new in life. And I was big on that because I had to be right. My opinions and beliefs were the only ones that were right. But I've opened up to understand the more I think I'm right, the more I'm in the night of my life and stay in the dark. It's about letting go of the dark and the opinions and viewpoints, and understand I experience and I have a core foundation of foresight that ignites my light of life to liberate internal freedoms every day, to lionize innovative, far-seeing epiphanies to enter my life. Because I really got stuck in this because I grew up and people said, this is what I believe, this is what I think. And I taught myself to follow that from my circle of influence. But what I've really opened up to understand is my opinions and viewpoints and beliefs kept me in my mundane life. To ordain the omniific opulence of my life and the wealth of my life, I open up to understand it's my beliefs are limitations. Opinions are what I think life is, and viewpoints are just something I think is. But when I open up and understand my core foundation of foresight, I feel open, revolutionary energy to see life through the other people's lives. I'm willing to listen and hear the new lure, invigorating, sassy tenacity to expand now. That's what listening is it's really open to the now, because I already know everything I think I know, but what really do I know? I understand the world is in chaos, but how has the world been in the same chaos since the beginning of time? How are we just reliving our ancestors' lives because we're unwilling to let go of opinions, viewpoints, and everything else in life? But something I really understand now is my opinions, viewpoints, and beliefs lock me in a prison of egotistical arrogance, because I would argue till the cows come home that I was right. Yet I never heard the light of the other people's words until now. Now I naturally open to listen to everything. And as I open up to listen, I let go of being stuck in my know-it-all crawl. And I really understand the innovative wit of the world and the universe is where the unknown, unseen, and unfathomable bliss is there for me to kiss my life with a new wave of wisdom. It's really the outre nouvelle vague tabula rosa. It's the new wave of everything is through listening and having the gut gall to experience the unsavory events that feature my beliefs, viewpoints, and opinions. How does that make you feel to understand challenges happen to feature what's inside us? I read something on the internet today that was posted by somebody. It says, the I is angry. It's not the I is angry. We are angry at ourselves because we're afraid to admit what we don't know. And it isn't about knowing. It's about being willing to experience the wisdom that life has for us. But my beliefs, and when you believe something is going to happen, but yet your thinking and everything else is the same, how can you expand into it? It's really about understanding that life is to be experienced now, to open up the waves of wealth that we all are to receive. Wealth can be anything. And we also have an internal wealth. We're a treasure chest of trend-setting ideas. But however, individual ideas are really outside of the side of the lines where we've been taught to stay within. And that is where things open up and become new. And that is where friends and family are probably people you can love, appreciate, but telling your ideas to them until you have them already implemented, there's always somebody out there that's willing to hear and will never ridicule you because they also have the same idea, or they have ideas that are beyond society's boundaries. How is the school system and everything we do a societal boundary? And every time you set a boundary, you set a new fear. It's not the boundary, it's being able to listen to what's on the other side of that boundary that opens up the way to experience life. But as I opened up to discussing my viewpoints and opinions and stuff, I stepped back and I really listened to myself. A lot of my views, points, and opinions and beliefs stem from my childhood and my parents and my circle of influence. But yet, how was I stuck in the 1930s thinking of this world? Because the United States still thinks a lot about the Depression and everything that went wrong. And there's a lot of people in the United States are very entrepreneurial, but we want to be successful right away. And the success never comes until you bless yourself with the liberation of the bright light within yourself. People are the answers. People are the pathways for us out of the chaos of our ancestors. And as I open up to realize, if you look at every place in the world, really stays inside history beliefs. And that is something I really starting to open up more to, is history was never taught to teach us. History was actually subliminally embedded to keep us in the same way our parents lived and their parents lived and their parents lived. But today there's a spiritual awakening happening, and everybody in this world is a visible spirit in their own way. I was taught to be human by society and the school system and my parents. My spirit has never gets tarnished. It's just willing to step forward into the safari of life and see how I play the game of life. So Do I have a long ways to go and do I know everything? No, I'll never admit that. All I can say is I express everything I've learned here and from my diaphragm and my gut, but there's a divine spine communication out there that comes from the unknown, the unseen, the unfathomable universe, cosmos, or whatever. But it's having the spine, it goes down the spine. The spine carries a lot of things, but it's having the gut gall, the brain power, the brain prowess, and be willing to adhere to that new wisdom, because it's going to be unsettling and unknown to the conscious mind, but it's the unconscious and the subconscious are in communication to expand the personal life. It's about the communication we have with each other, within ourselves, excuse me. But how do you hear something new and your beliefs or your viewpoints or your opinions stop you right in your tracks because it's nothing you've heard before and you don't want to let go of what is going on? I am guilty of that one big time because I want to know everything and I wanted to be right until now. Because the bright now, I let go of saying right now to bright now, because the bright now of life is the light of listening that I encompass. The more I hear, the more my soothsayer savvy is engaged in my life. I ask myself this, how am I afraid to live beyond my viewpoints, beliefs, and opinions? Out into the outre nouvelle vague of the new wave, the untarnished way of life, to listen to have a listening lithe to move forward. And that is something else that I opened up to. But it's a foundation of foresight that we all encompass. That's our spirit, is the foundation of foresight, seeing prosperous, innovative, revolutionary, intuitive temerity to marry the unknown, the unseen, unfathomable with my life today. I really enjoy going deeper into myself. It's the voyage of visionary veracity into myself. I made a deal with myself back in 2000. I said, I am going to uncover and release and discover everything that is dynamic within me. And now I can never go deep enough because I want to keep going deeper and deeper into my spiritual self that sees everyday life, fervor or fervency, to see the vibrancy of everybody. When I appreciate life, everything is easy. When I start controlling life through my beliefs, opinions, and viewpoints, everything goes chaotic because I try to squeeze everything. And something you want to try, you want to see if you put a deal of Jello right there and just hold it, and then see what happens. As long as you do this, everything is fine. But as soon as you try to control it and get it, what would happen? That Jello spews all over. That's just like every situation in life. And I've messed up a lot of situations in my life trying to control it from other people and things like that. But it's my beliefs, opinions, and my insecurities, because that's what a belief, opinion, and is. It's really an insecurity and being afraid to see what else is new out there and for me to expand through. But so I really opened up to this, and I started really getting close and paying attention to how is my viewpoints holding me back when I'm in conversation? How do I try to one up the other person when we're in conversation? And how are my beliefs my thieves of my life? Opinions are just what I think life is, but what is beyond the opinion of everything? What is what's out in the universe for me to hear that my opinions, viewpoints, and beliefs are stopping me from hearing? That is something that really is engaging. And this is going to be an ongoing thing for me forever, because I want to feature everything that is holding me back in my life. And I want to open people's eyes to their inner wise, to show them they are the surprise of their life, and they're also the gift of their life. And a gift is a thrifty, trend-setting savant, seeing adventurous, visionary acumen now. Today, I see the world as a treasure for me to pleasure. So as we let go and we get deeper into these beliefs and viewpoints, so what is something you think is an absolute, but yet it's only delusional, and it's delusional keeping you where you're at? That's something I ask myself. How is this a delusion keeping me from moving forward? Dreams and desires are a fiery foresight, but it's a core candor that allow us to soar, because the person I have to be more, I desire to be honest with, is me. And something else I asked me today, is there really reality, or is it what I want reality to be? So what is a reality? It's only what we think it is. How is the reality, but how is the adventure of our spirit beyond our reality? What's beyond the reality of life? That is where the adventures of our acumen and avatar are to be experienced. We are the outre oracles of our life. And so where are we afraid to step beyond the boundaries of ourselves? And that's all an opinion, viewpoint, and a belief is a boundary. So what is beyond our boundaries, and what are we unwilling to go that makes us uncomfortable because we never know what's to experience out there? And I know I've been guilty of that a lot in my life, but I'm opening the door now to adventure out into the world. But I want to go out there as a spiritual savant with listening lithe to expand through life. And as I dissolve my viewpoints, opinions, and beliefs, I open the door for daring, omnipotence to revere my heart and soul, to shine optimistic, unconditional love to the world, appreciating all my experiences and just being in the honor of people. And there is no negativity. There's only my negativity that I think is negativity. How is that negativity, my negativity, to be featured and be let go of to expand and to expand of my dreams? Everything that's in front of me is to expand me. Good, bad, or indifferent. And anyway, I am Robert A. Wilson with Cowboy Wisdom. I am a hypnotherapist, NLP practitioner, timeline coach, published author, and my website is mycowboywisdom.com. My books are at howdiditeachmyselffear.com and amazon.com/author/Robert A. Wilson. I'm going to be here Thursday night, and I'm going to talk about how my heart is the beacon, my beacon of life. And everybody enjoy their week and have a good day.